What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to another discussion video. So today we're going to be looking at Pot of Avidity, a new card coming out in the set Invasion of Venom, which I believe is coming out sometime early August. So we've got that to look forward to. This card I think is going to be like an ultra or secret rare. It's a very, very good card, and I think the draw power with this card coming in the game soon, it's just going to be through the roof. And I'm actually kind of glad now that Upstart got hit to 1. I think it was a precursor to not only this card, but Pot of Cupidity, and who else knows what kind of Pot of Greed type cards we're going to get in the future. But let's go ahead and read the effect. You can only activate 1 Pot of Avidity per turn, and then basically target 3 banished monsters, shuffle all 3 targets in the deck, and then you get yourself a nice draw off of that as well. Very, very good card, and right off the bat I can think of several decks that would benefit from this card immensely. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Pot of Cupidity being a card where you banish 10 cards face down, and then from those you get to draw 2 cards. You can only activate once per turn, but luckily this card banishes them face down, where this card will not be able to retrieve those cards because they're face down, and I believe it has to be face up in order for you to activate it. It says you can only shuffle back in monsters, which isn't too big of a deal. I mean, if Necroz was still relevant, it'd be kind of good if you could shuffle back in your mirrors. That would be only the real relevance I would see for it. I don't see any decks that are really banishing spells and traps at the moment, so that really doesn't matter that it's just monsters. The one thing, like I said, I was concerned about is that if it has synergy with Cupidity, and luckily it doesn't, because imagine banishing 10, if they weren't face down, banishing 10, drawing 2, and then using Avidity, drawing another card, shuffling back 3 of those cards that you banished, putting some of those cards you might need back in your deck. And also Cards of Demise. I have Cards of Demise pulled up, which of course, as we know, it's a little more fair, even though it's still absolutely retarded and busted. Draw 3 cards. Draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. Any card that says that should just not be in the game right now, especially Demise Cosmo and all the other decks, Demise Cliffords, that has spawned. It's absolutely, some would say, cancerous, but it is what it is, I guess. Basically, just draw until you have 3 in your hand, and then you can't special summon the rest of the turn, and then at the end of your turn, you have to discard any cards in your hand. So it's a little fair. This card is being heavily used over in the OCG and is causing havoc over there, like in decks like DDD and plenty of other decks that are just using it for degenerate OTKs. But this card is good. It's a quick play too. It's a quick play, which is weird. I haven't really seen. I don't think there's any other Pot of Greed type cards that are quick plays. I'm pretty sure they're all just normal spell cards like Duality, Pot of Greed, as we know. Pot of Cupidity, other pot cards, Pot of Dichotomy as well. None of those are quick plays. So the first quick play of its kind, says there, turn 3 banish monsters, shove all 3 into the deck, and then you draw a card. Decks that this could be viable in: DDD. When DDD gets their support here, finally, when they get their Lamia, their Genghis, all of the really good cards that make the deck operate the way it should, as you guys have seen several times on my channel with DDD OCG, seeing what it can do. I think that card will have great synergy with that, being able to put back Lamias, Swirl Slimes, Necro Slimes, the list goes on. And I think right now in the OCG, they are using Cupidity. I think all the top deck lists that are DDD are playing 3 copies of Cupidity, and it seems weird to me that you'd even want to play that card in the first place, because like you lose 10 cards just to draw 2, and if you banish some of your best cards, I don't know, you're kind of out of luck. But I guess it's working really well for people over there, just because any deck that's topping, if it's DDD or whatever deck over there that's playing it, you know, they're gonna run this card. They're gonna run Cupidity, and just because it's just the draw power is just relevant, I guess. I don't know. But like Infernoids are going to use this deck as well, and I think that is one of the reasons why I'm going to pick up Infernoids again, is because of this card. Now, you have to shuffle 3 into the deck, so you can't use it like a Burial from a Different Dimension, which is up to 3. But I think this card, and this is one of the main points I wanted to bring up for all you Infernoid fans, and we just recently did Conveniently, we just recently did the Infernoid featured archetype. When this card is available on DN and stuff, and when I hopefully pick up the cards again in real life, luckily my friend still has the deck left over, at least the main core of it. I'm probably gonna play the deck again with this card, just because think about it. If you're late game, you've got Infernoids left in your deck, not only is it gonna fuel your reasoning if you haven't already activated it, it's just gonna give you a huge advantage, not only to recycle Infernoids, because the only thing you're banishing with Infernoids ever, besides obviously your Void Seer, which, you know, I only played 2 copies of that anyways, is monsters. They're all monsters. You're just going to be banishing all monsters, all Infernoids. When you put those back in your deck and you get a free draw out of it. And I think it's going to be a very damn good card. We have Pot of Avidity now coming. We're going to have Pot of Cupidity. We have Cards of Demise. We have Upstart at 1, thankfully. Could you imagine if Upstart was at 3 right now? That'd be crazy. Every deck would be running, like, that could utilize it would be running 3 Avidity, Cupidity. If I'm just glad Cupidity and Avidity are not, don't have synergy together. Because could you think about that? Just think. Banish 10, draw 2, Avidity, put back 3, and draw another card. That's some plussing right there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this card. I want to kind of do a little bit of a discussion on it. Not too long a video, not too short. Because I wanted to give some thoughts on it as well, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a like on the video would be greatly appreciated. Nice little thumbs up if you enjoyed. Like I said, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below on what you think about this card. Usually you guys are amazing with expressing your thoughts down in the comments, and that's one thing I really like about you guys, is that you're not afraid to post paragraphs in the comment section, and I like reading those because get some of the ideas turning, get the old hamster wheel turning, and yeah, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, leave a like, and as always, Winter Kills signing out. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching.